Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Robert McPhee again, the author of Manifesting for Non-Gurus, and I'm here today to talk to you about how to find yourself an outstanding coach. I want to share with you 6 different ideas about things you can keep in mind when you're looking for a coach, when you're talking to people about being your potential coach, with the intention of helping you find a coach who's really a great fit for you. Someone who's going to help you make the progress you want to make, get the results you want to make, and most importantly, as always in our business, not just about results, but having the experience that you really want to be having. So again, 6 different points that we're going to go through. We're going to start with the idea of referrals. With a relationship that's as personal as a coaching relationship, it's a great idea to get referrals. Talk to someone else who's getting the kind of results, leading the kind of life that you want to lead. See if they have a coach and find out who their coach is, or even if you can't find out who their coach is, or if their coach isn't a good fit for you, you can also just find out how they found their coach. So the referral can either be to a process, like how they found their coach, or to a specific person. Either one will work really well. But the idea of finding out how someone else found their excellent coach is a great way to start in terms of finding your own perfect fit of a coach. The second tip that I would suggest to you is to keep in mind the education of your coach. So as you're considering different possible candidates, look at their certifications, look at their education. This can be a really valuable criteria, but I also want to encourage you not to take this criteria too seriously. I know a lot of really great coaches who may not have the most impressive certifications, but they have a really great background, a lot of really good experience either in the business world or in their own personal life, and they could still be the perfect coach for you even if someone else has more and apparently better certifications. So it's a criteria. It's definitely something to keep in mind. It's a really good indication of how committed a coach is to their craft, the level of certifications that they have. So it's something to absolutely keep in mind. So getting a referral, and then their education, their certifications. The third thing I would suggest absolutely to keep in mind is the personality of your coach, the personality of the person you're considering hiring to be your coach. This is a very close personal relationship that you're going to have with this person, and it is really critical that it be someone that you're very comfortable with. It's okay if it's someone who pushes you. It's okay if someone who pushes your buttons a little bit. That can be really beneficial. This coach doesn't need to be your best friend, but their personality and their approach does need to be something that you're comfortable with and something that you really respect. So you want to make sure that you take into account the personality of the person that you're considering to have be your coach. The fourth thing I suggest is that you find a coach who's willing to guarantee their results. And this can be a little slippery as well in terms of a coach can't necessarily guarantee your results because ultimately it's up to you. But I do like to see a coach, and I've always been willing to do this myself, who's willing to guarantee the relationship, guarantee that you're going to be satisfied with the relationship and with what you're getting from the coaching that you're receiving. So I believe a coach should stand behind their coaching, and I also believe that the client should have their own guarantee in a way that the client is willing to make the commitment that they're going to take the actions that they're committing to take as part of the coaching relationship, because without that, any kind of guarantee, any kind of assurances that the coach gives as far as the results you're going to get, the experience you're going to have, is really irrelevant. So it's important for a coach to be willing to guarantee the satisfaction of the client, but it's also equally important for the client to guarantee, to make the commitment that they're going to take the actions that they're committed to take that come out of the coaching conversation. So that's the fourth suggestion that I have. The fifth suggestion is around intuition. As you're talking to people about being your coach, as you are connecting with them and interacting with them, comparing one person to another, I believe the single most important criteria you can use that you can tap into is your intuition. That as you're going through this process, you will have an inner knowing. And if you pause and ask yourself, maybe you've narrowed it down to 2 or 3 candidates, if you really pause and ask yourself which one is the best candidate, get out of your head, get into your heart, and really listen to your intuition about which is the best candidate. Many times when people end up with a coach that doesn't work out well, they kind of go, well, you know, I kind of knew that was going to happen. And that's your intuition speaking. So really trust your intuition as part of this process of selecting the ideal coach. And then finally, the sixth criteria that I have for you is what I call relevance. Make sure that the coach that you choose has a level of experience and expertise that's relevant to you. If you're working on your business, you want to have a coach who has business experience. If you're working on health, you want to have a coach who has experience and knowledge in the area of health and wellness. So the greatest coach in the world isn't going to be of any use to you if they don't really focus in and zero in on the issues, situations, circumstances that are most important for you to be working on. So getting referrals is number one. Reviewing the education and certifications of your prospective coach is number two. Considering their personality is number three. Insisting on some sort of a guarantee from that coach, a coach who's willing to stand behind their work, is number four. Trusting your intuition is number five. And finding a coach whose experience and expertise is relevant to you is number six. And then finally, I just have one extra thought to add to this, a bonus if you will, and that is when it comes to money. We have coaches who charge all different rates. And what I've seen over and over again is that a really good coach is worth every penny of what they charge in terms of the impact they can make in your life. So if you can afford it, paying for a really good coach is an absolutely worthwhile investment. At the same time, I know there's many people who could really benefit from a coach, and they may not have a lot of money to spend on coaching right now. So I want to suggest to you that, especially with coaching being a relatively new profession, there's a lot of people who are coming out of coaching certification programs who are transitioning from one career into the career of coaching. There's a lot of really good coaches out there that are relatively new to their practice and are willing to be very flexible on their rates. So if you are looking for a coach and if you are stretched financially, I would strongly suggest that you look for someone who's relatively new to coaching and make an arrangement with them that will work for both of you. But whether it's an experienced coach who really has a good track record or someone new, whether it's someone who's referred or someone you found through another source, highly recommend that everyone find themselves a good coach, someone to support them, someone to hold them accountable in order to create more of the results that you'd really like. If you're interested in learning more about the coaching that we do, which is a little bit unique, we include a masterminding component which adds not only the help that you receive from me, but the help you'll get from other people who are your peers as well. We'd love to talk to you about that. If you have any questions, you can contact me at the email address and phone number that you're seeing on the screen right now. So hopefully this is helpful to you in terms of finding, selecting, and building a strong relationship with your coach. And if you have any questions or if there's any way that we can help you, please feel free to contact me at any time. Thank you so much.